What's up, you guys? I was recently working with someone that was looking at buying a business, and they were asking for my opinion on whether the business would be around in the next 10 or maybe even 20 years. They were looking at passing it on to their children. And I think the answer to this question is not really as important as a lot of people think that it is. Now, in this case, they were looking at some FedEx line haul routes, and they were afraid that autonomous driving was going to take over and make FedEx no longer need the contractors, essentially rendering that business bankrupt. And I think for most of the businesses that are being sold out there, doesn't matter whether it's FedEx routes or anything else, they're gonna fail. The only question is when. And so if you think about like an oil change place, they're probably gonna go bankrupt too. Whenever all the EVs out there don't need oil changes, they're going to fail. Does that mean that you should avoid it? Maybe, maybe not. And if you look at all the retail companies that are out there that are for sale, they're probably gonna go bankrupt too whenever Amazon takes over. And if you even look at Amazon, even Jeff Bezos has said that one day Amazon will likely fail. He is just trying to delay the inevitable. Most businesses fail. That doesn't mean that they're bad. It means that they're going to fail, and that's it. And so to tell you a quick story, I was working with a private equity company years ago, and they were looking at some FedEx P&D routes, and they knew that they'd probably get terminated probably within 5 or 6 years or so. And they were still extremely interested in this business because they knew that even after they paid off that business, there was enough money to be generated over the next few years of being able to pay the thing off that it was still better than a lot of the other investments that they were looking at. And so if you think about the fact that like a lot of these businesses will sell for 3 to 4 times the annual net income, well, if you pay cash for it after that first 3 years of working for free, you essentially start to profit in that business. And whenever you average it out over those 6 years, it was still pretty damn good for them. Good enough to where they were still very seriously considering it, even if the thing essentially goes bankrupt for them via termination. And so this, of course, ignores all the ideas if you're getting a loan, your present value of money and your time value of money and opportunity costs, all those sorts of things. I'm just trying to give you the idea so you can start to look at these potential opportunities and say, hey, just because it's going to fail doesn't mean it's bad. Let's pencil this out. Let's see if the numbers still work out, if this business lasts 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or whatever it may be, because they're all going to fail. And the people that want you to buy businesses that won't fail, they're just lying to themselves because they're gonna fail. They're all gonna fail. And so it's highly statistically likely that they will fail. And if you can say, hey, I'm not gonna pretend, I'm not gonna stick my head in the sand. What will this business return me if I keep it for 6 years? If the answer is it's still going to be good and you're still going to have an overall annual salary that's averaged out between those years, hey, maybe this thing is still pursuing. So the point is the next time that someone says, oh, you shouldn't buy that business, it's gonna fail or be obsolete in 10 years, you need to say, yeah, who cares? I need to see if this thing still pencils out, and if it does, I'm moving forward because I don't care if businesses fail. I care if I make a profit in them before it fails. And so anyway, hopefully this helps out a little bit with thinking about the way that you should be considering a business and not. Like, subscribe, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.